Hello. Today I'll be showcasing how simple it is to deploy a pilot for your frontline workers from our brand new Frontline Hub and the team's admin center. Our new pilot deployment experience is your playground to test all the capabilities Teams has to offer, validate which features are most valuable to your frontline workers, and set yourself up for a successful org-wide rollout. To get started, make sure you're a Teams admin and navigate to the Frontline Hub under the Frontline Management tab in the Teams Admin Center. Here, I can see the suggested actions that are recommended to me. Underneath in the Overview section, I can see the number of licenses I've assigned and how many pilots and frontline teams I've deployed. I can kick off a new deployment by clicking Start a New Deployment on the top right corner, or by clicking one of the suggested actions here. To start a pilot, I will click on Start a Pilot from my suggested actions. Here, I can see all the capabilities that Teams has to offer. As part of every pilot, frontline workers will automatically have the ability to communicate with each other via chat and channels. To learn more about the other capabilities offered, I can click on each of the capabilities I'm interested here on the right-hand side. For this pilot, I will include chat, channels, shifts, planner, and Viva Engage. So I will uncheck connections and walkie-talkie. Now I will click Next. Here I will add frontline workers to my pilot by clicking Add Members and searching up users on this flyout. These users will be members of the pilot and will get the selected capabilities pinned to their app bar on the Teams app once the pilot is deployed. I will click Next to move to the next step. Here I can give my pilot a name and description. I will also add a frontline manager as an owner who will have the ability to add or remove members and add channels to this pilot. Once I'm ready, I'll click Deploy. And just like that, within 2 to 3 minutes, I've deployed a pilot. I can copy this link and share it with my pilot members and owners to install Teams to get started. I can now click on View Deployment Status or Check Deployment Status, where I can now see that my pilot deployment is in progress. Once your pilot deployment is complete, you can manage membership, channels, connections, Viva Engage, and pinned apps all in one single place for each of your pilots. To do this, visit the Pilots tab on the Manage Frontline Teams page in the Teams Admin Center. Since my current deployment is in progress, I'll select a pilot that I've already deployed to edit its configurations. On the Membership tab, I can add or remove members or owners in the pilot like so. Here, on the Channels tab, I can add standard channels to the pilot team like so. Let's say I want to add a stockroom channel for delivery and stock updates. On the Connections and Viva Engage tabs, I can access documentation to configure connections and Viva Engage respectively by clicking on either of these buttons. And on the Apps tab, I can add or remove an app and reorder the pinned apps like so. Can add connections back and simply click and drag to move it around. Can also use these buttons to move it accordingly. And once I'm ready, I can click Save. As I mentioned before, this is your playground to determine what configurations work best for your frontline workers. Continue to edit and make tweaks till you and your frontline workers feel you're making the most of what Microsoft Teams has to offer. Up next will be tools to help you understand how you can expand your pilot to a large-scale deployment. Thank you for listening.